Oh, almost on time, aren't I? But I'm almost done. Now, first we will just do it. I take a zip. Still that bloody fucking energy drink nonsense that I still have open here. Well, week was long and tiresome, and I didn't want to tiresome this weekend actually. The work never ends. Work never ends indeed. Now, let me post it, because I can. Or bam. One time you, and let's see. What did this little Twitch say? Is it loaded? Yes, it is. Oh, right, that reminds me that I actually have to... yes. YouTube, of course. It was like, I'll take my sweet ass time because I fucking can. And I'm still like, are you sure about that? Do you think that is a good idea? She was like, yes, very good idea. Okay, I say so. That I'm going to complain about it. Not that I'm going to complain about it overly much. Yeah, between an opportunity to maybe take another track on the pipe or something. Which is, you know, things that are rather neat. Was neat too. Indeed, Joe. But then also gives me an opportunity to it looks. Why do I have this window still open? Oh yeah, I still have this open because yes, I need to upload some more. Yes. It was a nice reminder that I actually need to fucking upload a few videos. And since I don't have the time to actually edit them, they will basically be pretty damn raw, but meh. The same old deal, it's basically take it or leave it. Yes, they say. For fuck's sake, more emails. Like, could you maybe, perhaps, perchance, maybe even, you know, do this? Hello, that's not brilliant. Welcome. We shall start shortishly, quite literally. Just give me a second to finish up all of the work that are still open here. Because, you know, cancer. Now, have you finished loading YouTube? Of course not. I shall push the great and mighty F5 button if you not cooperate with me, YouTube. How about that? How about that? Okay. I can at least see something. Let's start. Now you go there, you go there, you go here. And then we're going to politely ignore the fact that there are more emails that I could look at. I'm just going to close that because fuck that, I've done enough work for one fucking day. I'm going to fucking silence this phone before it starts screaming at me, going like, you could still do something though. Oh, go away. Go away. Go away. Why do I always have shit open on my phone? That is... Right, because I'm an old person and the only thing I do with my phone apart from, you know, making calls is actually work-related nonsense. Which apparently confuses people rather greatly, and they're like, okay, if you're not using your phone, how the fuck do you actually, you know, get through the day? It's like, well, I don't know. Well, worst case scenario, I'm just gonna look out outside the window and enjoy the fucking nonsense I see out there. That's quite a bit with passing the time, if you ask me, but matter of taste. Yeah. Now then, let's change things around like this, and potentially, maybe you'll see something. The good thing is we're seeing something now, but the bad thing is we don't hear something. That's much to hear apart from, you know, a lot of fire crackling and not much more. Gosh, as you might remember, we are, well, in a new area. Oh, awesome, isn't it? Well then, first things first, I'm gonna take a drink of my pipe, of course, but welcome. welcome indeed. A bit more Neverwinter Nights. It's once again time to explore, murder, and well, apparently find some words of power. What the fuck of power is supposed to be? Yeah. Stay calm, little William. We'll do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Because right now, I like my quest log because it is, well, relatively empty. Well, apart from the fact that Charmin has already rejoined us. Well, third chapter it is then. We are back in action. I still have some shit in my inventory that I would rather get rid of, so we'll probably take a bit of an exploration and see how the new town is. Well, hardly not that much different from the last one. It's dark, it's grimy. Oh, I should try time to steal some shit and talk to chickens if we can. Well, chicken has been most communicative. Some deer. I'm getting hungry. So then, well, as I said, you know, since I waited precisely to get a new episode going before we start doing some nonsense of this one, we're going to first and foremost explore the city. Find out what's where. I'll look at people's businesses and see what they can offer and whatnot, and well, continue from there. Or leave the town to go, well, find one of those magical little worship pair where we are going to talk with our companions to get their quests. As the William so nicely pointed out, it is precisely what we're going to do. And, well, we'll see where we go from there, basically. Greetings, Ranch. I shall play at your service. Get to check out twice a year. This is the newest branch of my adventuring gear shops. I mean newest branch. I used to run a little place way down south. Business was good, but the big money in franchising. So I left my son in charge of my store and headed north to expand my merchant empire. A man after my own taste. Across all these rich adventurers gathered here in Verona as well, I figured this was the perfect place to set up my new shop. At least I'll get licensed to sell in Neverwinter. What kinds of things do you sell? Little of this, little of that. Oh, bug ships, magic and mundane. Anything an adventurer might need. Fair point. Also means I can sell you shit, which is, as far as I'm concerned, a lot more pleasant. Asher for Shiris. Nice. I get ever richer. And I do mean ever bloody fucking richer. I'll probably keep one of those, although I already have 10. Rarely do I use one these days. Clearly, but you was one of the spies. Oh yeah, right. A nice reminder that Ribes is not a nice person any longer. She has become evil, or very evil. Evil enough that she kills poor people that are just there to protect her. Although, you know, if I find a random spy following me around, I would probably also react rather, well, how to put it mildly, poorly. I shall have Kurt's head. I have a distinct feeling that I will not need that. Same with fucking notes, but oh well. Gotta keep it for the moment. It's alright. A nice little reminder of what we did in the past. Okay. What did you do recently? Well, pulls out randomly head of some pirate, goes like, yes, pretty much that. Everybody else is like, okay, yeah, fair point you're making. A very fair point even. Totally gonna be a hit on parties. Yeah, actually, I have a +2. I mean, now I can get a +3 of natural armor. Which is probably something I should get, all things considered. Actually, what am I using? Ring of Protection +3 and the Lanternese ring. Which gives me, yeah, Charisma. That's why I'm using it. Exactly, I was like, what the fuck even? Yeah, but that makes sense. +3. This is probably not that useful. Get that one. It's not like we are, you know, poor people. We actually have we have money for days. To put it mildly. How much do we have? -100. How many -100 do I have? Oh, come on, open. -60. -60. Well, I mean, if nothing else, we got cash. I mean, at least that much. Okay, what I'm gonna do is like whap. This one is the weakest one, -40. Sure, it's empty. That one. Move those up. Here. And here. And what about this little box? You had minus 62. Now I have minus 40. Minus 30. Minus 60. Minus 60. And 2 minus hundreds. Okay, it means I cannot put all of the heavy stuff that I will continue to carry around with me, just in a fucking case. Put it in there. This one I can probably put down here because it's a bit special. Basically now my selected item collection. Okay. Let's talk to Silver Black guy. Yeah, can you make an item for me? A magical weapon or one spread blood, the forge, and I'll help you out. Forge be empty like it is right now, I can't do my thing, can I? Aha. Forgot about you. I'm not interested right now, though. Okay. One store down. No, really found something I would like to have. A good start, I'd say. I'm pretty sure I still have Ariba's ring. Yep, there it is. Aribeth, little ring. That's a ring of magic defenses, a ring of the rogue. And still all of the shit, basically. Nothing is lost just yet. Gosh, I'm up the top of the plateau to see Baruna's spell. You just watch your step. I wouldn't trust those good savages as far as I could throw them. Who are you? The Lord's Alliance figured it might be a good idea to post a guard here at the base of the plateau to warn people. Past this point, you're entering the heathen camps. And help if you want, but don't just step with those savages. We don't want any trouble with those who got around Barone as well. Barone as well. Yeah, you know, Barone as well. It ain't much to look at. Some people figure it's a big deal, but with the historical significance and all. Verona was somewhat that hero, or so they say. A legendary father of the people, or some such nonsense. They built it well at the top of the plateau. I believe in legend myself, but the plateau is a holy site to them. Damn old gears. I guess that's why they built a camp up there. Anything else up there? There's a druid grove up there. It was run by a man named Yusam. Yeah, you know them druids. Nature this, nature that. Fair point. So you just took me to be the asshole up towards the fucking Utgard. I mean, yeah. If you feel like it, I guess. One stop here.
Welcome, friend. I am Yusam, Druid of the North, liaison between the Lord's Alliance and the Utgard.
Well, sounds like a job I wouldn't want to do, to be very nice about it. I'm free to take solace in the tranquility of my grove if you wish. Or if there's some other reason, short me out. First things first, let me see your supplies. Okay, not surprising. Also not really surprising. Not really seeing anything too interesting.
Well met.
So, question, let me see. Intrudes upon the tranquility of my grove. Ask you also leave your problems behind. This place is refuge from the outside world. It could come so they might escape the plight of the people. They do not need you to remind them of such things. Aha! So what plight are you talking about? The war takes a terrible toll on Utgard. The armies of Luskan lay waste to their lands, and the Black Lion tribe has lost many warriors battling alongside the Lord's Alliance soldiers. It is for the Utgard Elk tribe that I worry most of all. They have aligned themselves with the Luskan. Destroyers! To slaughter the defenseless settlers. Not for the Ilkat into this house. You do it. Can't you make them stop? Jericho welcome my consul, but they have since turned their back on the way of nature. The missionaries I have sent to investigate have all been ruthlessly slain. Ah, shit. I mean, you would assume that after the first one got slain, you'd be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't send more people, but he's like, no, let's send a few more just to make absolutely sure they get murdered. Not a child of nature, so perhaps you cannot understand the pain I feel over what has happened with the elk tribe. Perhaps I could investigate this for you, Yusam. Maybe. If it's generous, child. When I leave this grove, and there's nowhere else I may turn for aid. Fear, however, that you do not truly understand what you're about to undertake. The task would be dangerous, my child. The elk tribe have slain all who have tried to parley with them. We'll discover why the elk tribe have turned their back on us. I will be most grateful. The elk tribe have fortified themselves inside the keep to the west of Fort Ilkard. Although they continue to make raids on the fort, perhaps if you go there you can find them. Speak to Zoka and Sandra, the chief. I'll be back when I learn more of the elk tribe. Your child. May gentle breeze carry you safely to your destination? Yes. Why do you need to make this gay though? Questions. On behalf of the Black Lion Utgard tribe, I welcome you. Who the fuck are you? Gotcha. Friend of the Utgard people. I would rather stay here in the camp. The Black Lion tribe and subject myself to the stench of civilization hanging over the Lord's Alliance barracks. I expect you to understand. Only those who will call themselves among the children of nature. Yes. Quite arrogant, you know. I would assume that they're like, okay, let me introduce you to the powerful, cool things that nature gives you. But instead they're like, no, fuck you. You don't understand my noble ways.
I, Underheart, greet you. As chieftain of this tribe, I offer you our hospitality.
Look, he's actually nice.
The current tensions between the Uthgard and the Lord's Alliance.
Well, I thank you for greeting. I am the player. Trying to see one who serves the Lord's Alliance within the camps of the Utgard, player Jen. Even right now that Roldan has been accused of murder. Murder? What the fuck are you talking about? Roldan, one of the most noble and respected warriors, has been seized by the Lord's Alliance and accused of this vile crime, being held at Tyr's temple, awaiting his trial. Yurik promises Roldan a fair trial, but it is a battle of words, not of swords. The proceeding is unknown to the Utgard. We must find another to champion Roldan's cause. Well, don't worry, I'll do it. Speak the truth, you must present yourself to Yurik at the Temple of Nia. He alone will choose the one to defend Roldan with words rather than steel. We rush to speak to Tyr's priest, for some other reason. I don't imagine the Elk Tribe had allied against us. What can you tell me about them? I know little of the Elk Tribe. My territory is to the south, near the fort you call Ilkard. They were an ally of the Lord's Alliance, but now they slaughtered the settlers and farmers of your kind. The Elk Tribe have turned their back on the Utgard ways. Nothing has destroyed their honor. They have allied themselves with the evil of Luskan. But in this I cannot tell you. Okay. Why have they joined the Lord's Alliance in the first place? Well, as well as the holy place, here the honor and power for people lay buried. Enough of history lesson from you. See what the other ones have to say.
Yes, what?
I'm sorry, you were speaking to me. Forgive my distraction. I'm worried about my husband's upcoming trial. Trial? What trial? My husband Rogan is accused of murdering one of the Lord's Alliance's soldiers. He faces execution, not saved. Believe me, but this is difficult to talk about. Eric at the Temple of Tyr can explain it better. Okay, fair point. Who are you? Fellow of the Black Lion tribe, of the wisdom of age, the Utgard. Fortunately, the Council of Elders is reserved for those of the Black Lion tribe. Wisdom is only the Utgard way of life, and you are not Utgard. I mean, is that obvious? Guess it kinda is actually, now that I think about it. I look like many a great thing, but probably not like a friggin' Utgard. My start cloak. Okay, from here. Let's see what they have to offer.
Greetings.
Ah.
Normally, I don't deal with those who have no experience in the arcane arts, but Erin Gent has asked me to make my
I mean, fair enough, I don't have experience with the arcane arts, but, technically speaking, I am somewhat of a caster. But a vain caster at that, but...
I still don't think I want to give you access to my lab in the back. That's reserved for those who have some experience in magic.
Oh, please, bitch, I just get, you know, level up and take one level and,
Though most
wizard or
items
something.
are more suited to mages and their ilk.
How do you know my name? Please, I'm a mistress of the arcane. Such information is easily divined by one with my power. Yes. Let me see your supplies. Survival. Cloak of great protection. Protection! Protection indeed. Weapons. So many natural armor plus 3 though. I have a plus 3 already. Okay, so nothing really useful. For me at least. Few more things to steal. The lady's like, I'm not going to let you go to the back room. Meh. And I will not even try to. No business for you, basically. I see the barrel. I don't even know why I was opening the door close. Why? And my character then decides to go all around in order to get there. I mean, sure. If that's what you like to do, go straight ahead. Who am I to stop you anyway? More monies. More monies. This is the Temple of Tyr. Interesting, interesting. We already have an indication that there's going to be a quest there. We'll go there a bit later after we finish our other operation. That is where we started. This is Handile. The time's around 4 AM. Well. Kinda points towards the fact that we're a fucking early riser. Oh, it's almost the time I usually have to wake up. Pain in the ass. Random armor. I do know when people stuff random armor just randomly inside some barrel or something for no apart reason other than to fuck with people, basically. Drinking, how you say. Oh.
It is a pleasure to speak with you.
I mean, you quite literally just called fucking, commoner. Well, I'm not here to fill your drink. I am working for a Ringent. Tell me. Ah, yes, an hero of Neverwinter. I drink a toast to your legendary deeds. My glass bottle empty. Really not gonna let that one go, are you? My name is Lillian Cambridge, archaeologist. I'm the North's leading expert in antiquities, ancient artifacts. Dr. Gent has told you that I've come to offer my rather unique knowledge, straight cause of the Lord's Alliance. So, that's why I'm here. Answer your question about the words of power. So, where the fuck can I find the words of power? Let's cut to the chase, basically. As simple as drawing your map, might have told Aaron everything I know. Remember that the words are thousands and thousands of years old. Create, erase it, fashioned the words, predated even the first elven kingdoms. Everything I know about them is theory and conjecture, upon a foundation of myth and legend. Sounds like a tall tale, but alas. Surely you must know something. Tell you that there were several worlds of power created, but they have been scattered throughout the north and lost for countless millennia. All that remains are rumors of where they might have disappeared. Some believe the words were taken by the dragons who dwell in the mountains to the west. Others claim clues to their location may be found in the long deserted ruins to the south of Fort Ilkart, or hidden in the forest to the north. Cruises they could be anywhere. I believe I have learned the location of one of the words after many years of research and study. Where can I find this word? I'll tell you the location of the word. I need to perform a task. Something very precious was stolen from me recently. A snow globe I had acquired on behalf of a very wealthy benefactor. If you want me to tell you what I know about the location of the word of power, you'll have to recover that snow globe for me. So where can I find the snow globe? One wrote to deliver the snow globe to my buyer, and it was stolen from me by an unscrupulous, albeit rather charming wizard named Nex. But he told me it was about doing research. He found a magical entrance to the deserted laboratory of a long-dead wizard, from the cold woods to the north. That Nex is exploring that laboratory right now, with my snow globe at his side. If you want to go after him, you need this teleportation scroll. Nex told me it was the only way to pass through the magical portal. How did you manage to get this teleportation scroll? Why did Nex tell you all this? I'm a capable and attractive woman, and I'm not above using my charms to further my archaeological investigations. Next offered to buy me a few drinks. We got to talking about our respective research. One thing lead to another. After when Nex fell asleep, I borrowed the scroll and slipped off to have copies made before returning the scroll to his bag. And to do a little investigation of this dungeon on my own later on. While I was out making copies, Nex took my snow globe. Didn't notice until he was long gone. Guess it was Wolf leaving him asleep in my room. You kinda brought this on yourself then, didn't you? I don't carry a grudge against Nex for what he did. Just want the snow globe back. Give it to me, and I'll tell you the location of one of the words of power. Fine, I'll be back with the snow globe. But basically, you know, I tried to one-up him, he realized, and he took something in compensation. That seems like a pretty fair point, honestly. Well, baby, this is your lucky day. You'll be able to cover an open source, but don't let that turn you off. Got a special today. Free ride on the Wild Averick for every human female who comes along. I'd rather mate with a dead ogre. A dead ogre, huh? You used to do a stage show at this club back in the last few years ago, did you? No? Never mind. Hey, no hard feelings, doll. We're both adults. Sometimes these things just don't work out. That guy has interesting taste, to be fair. This is just hay, obviously for horses.
Hi there.
Thanks, game, for reminding me.
Well met.
Look to positive right now. I got a lot on my mind. Just trying and all. Try? What try now? After Mudgard killed Griff, stepped him right in the gut. Saw the whole thing, so now I got to testify. A year ago at the temple is setting the whole thing up. I don't want to be rude, but this trial has got me kind of worked up. I don't much feel like talking right now. Talk to Nurik if you want to know more. Okay. I will talk to him, find out what the fuck is going on here. But first I will plunder everything that you have, and that is not nailed down.
Fair enough.
It's kind of what we like to do in this business. It's basically the base of my whole fucking wealth.
Done and done.
Taking from other people who are, you know, unwilling to resist, because they accept my heroic deeds as making it necessary. Thanks, game. He's sleeping commoner. Well, since he's sleeping anyway, I don't think he needs those 22 gold. What would he ever do with that, even if you were awake?
Done and fair enough. Done and done.
Isn't that lovely? Door locked, chest locked. Having to wait 2 times for bloody fucking Charming to do her job. That's a pain and a half.
Done and done.
And it's putting mildly. Some more books to sell. Well, technically speaking, we could read all of these books. There's a lot of lore in there. Pretty nice. But it's just a bit too much, you know? Just a tiny little bit too much. I don't think I've actually used that many potions recently. Now that I think about it. Especially in healing potions. Yes, it kind of comes with being ever stronger. Didn't do anything. You can't interact with this just yet, stranger. Come back at a later date. Okay, game. If you say so. Now shall we? Open let's the door. Let's the door. And let me see what's behind this particular door.
Done and done.
The answer is not much. Ouch.
Fair enough.
Okay. Thanks, Jarwin. I wanted somebody to bash that in, I could have done so myself. And I wanted to precisely avoid that, but... Okay. If you say so. Now then, how do we again? Let me check the back door. Does this lead anywhere?
Sorry.
Well, apparently not. Okay, there's a mercenary enclave. We weren't there yet. Then we'll talk at the temple and see what Nurik is up to.
I don't recognize you, and I thought I knew all the new recruits who've joined the
Well, I work for Iron Gains. Far better payment. The same will save Neverwinter from the plague. We could use a good woman like you up on the battlefront. So it gained has you working on something else. You must have come in here to purchase some equipment, right? What interests you in? Good sword? Stout shield, perhaps? Or must something else? Well, you're not gonna buy that from me. I'm just going to sell you all of my things. That I don't need, because I love money. Who doesn't love money? I mean, we have like, what, 350,000 at this point? Kinda nice. Kinda nice indeed. There. There. Now, let me take an educated look. I should already have all I want, actually. Nothing jumps at me. You can go like, huh? Yes, I absolutely need that. All well that ends well. Oh, look, so many chests.
I'll do you in, I will.
You will not, but thanks for trying anyway. Once again, nobody takes offense. For me just running around and stealing all of their shit. No, shall we? I would really appreciate it if you could actually follow me.
You'll follow me, won't you?
Yeah, shall we? God bloody damn. Things I have to do for this woman.
Fair enough.
Just stands at the entrance like, nope. I'm not gonna help you. I don't want to. Nobody asked you. Wrong one.
Fair enough.
Open chesto. But we might find ourselves with more riches than ever.
Done and done.
To sell those and have more money that we then are not going to spend because, well, there's actually not that much we can spend it on. Reasonable. The important is I don't feel like chatting. Bad enough Malak's killing me, but now I gotta witness the murder trial too. Trial? What trial? Just a witness in the case. Go talk to the Temple of Tyr if you want the details. Well, let me guess, I'm gonna have to come back and talk to you about this particular trial. I'm gonna have to persuade you, peacefully, to tell me the fucking truth of the matter. That's how it's gonna end, isn't it? Well then, into the temple we go. Let me see, is there anything in here that I would... Oh. Not that I'm surprised that there's nothing in there, but still, you know. Man can hope and dream. When are there such nonsense?
Hello to you.
Never mind. Teleportation. Okay, so you're the one responsible for that.
Sorry.
You are here because Neurek sent you.
Hmm.
You are here because of the trial.
Trial? What trial? I'm called a murderer. I'm await judgment. You're painted better. I'm unfamiliar with the ways of justice of your kind. Those are pretty damn easy, usually. Instead of, you know, bashing our heads in order to find out who's right, we have a tendency to do it a bit more peacefully. Who are you? I'm Edgar. I'm in your acolyte. With services, you will have to speak to Nurik. Well, Nurik, long time no see. Let's get to business. Oh, greetings. It's me, Nurik, remember? Serving this church in Port last until Erengand asked me to come. I oversee this temple here at Baroon as well. Yeah, I'm not that forgetful. Remember, good to see you again. I'm surprised you remember me. But if everything on your mind, Alaskan cult, our best betrayal, well, it's enough to make someone forget their own name. To be honest, I almost didn't recognize you. A great hero of Neverwinter. With a problem that's had me a little out of sorts lately. Maybe I could help you with your problem. I don't know, this is a very delicate matter. Recently, a Nutgut tribesman named Rolgan killed one of the Lord's Alliance soldiers. He claims it was self-defense. I've given him sanctuary here to save him from the vengeance of the soldier's friend. But Rolgan cannot stay in the temple forever. I'm trying to arrange a fair trial for the young man, but his Nutgut friends are unfamiliar with her justice system. One of the Lord's Alliance mercenaries wants to defend him during the trial. Maybe I could defend the Edgard warrior. Your first a generous one. And as Tyr's priest, I'm sure you are probably compensated. Money. According to the defense you present. For careful consideration, I have selected the jury. There will be 2 who represent the interests of the Utgard, 2 who represent the mercenaries, my own acolyte, Edgar. I felt this was the only way to be fair. You need to undertake this cast, I can give you the details. Or is there something else? Sure, I'll do it. Take this notebook. Contains information on the jurors and witnesses, as well as the details of the case and the trial itself. Then over to Tyr, you must keep this notebook to record the progress of the case. And summarize the notebook for you. First, the jurors, a mercenary named Averick, a ranger named Delchia, a soldier named Jevon, an Adgard wise woman called Pala, and of course, my own acolyte, Edgar. Free to speak to any of the jurors before the trial. It's a common practice to do so in these matters. The ranger and Pala can be found in the Utgard camp. The others are here in the buildings housing the Lord's Alliance members. What about the witnesses? The prosecutor has advised me that he will be calling 2 mercenaries who witnessed the event, Zed and Loda. Also question Wanda, the wife of the accused. I suggest you speak to these people before the trial to gather what evidence you can. Of course, there's the Utgard himself, Roger. He doesn't have to testify, but if you call him up to defend his actions, then the prosecutor will also be able to question him. He's here in the back of the temple. You wish to speak with him. I'll begin my investigation right away. Rogan is counting on you to bring forth the truth of this trial. And once you have all the evidence, come speak to me. You can begin the proceedings. Well, side quest inside the town. That's something.
Well met.
Me about Rogan's trial. Yes, of course. You has done me a great honor by selecting me for the jury in this case. I'm looking forward to performing my duties in the administrations of Tyr's justice. So, how do you feel about this case? Though it is a proof of the Edgard's worship of pagan god, I'm not going to prejudge it. Real culprit in this crime is the demon alcohol. Of course, the alcohol does not excuse the Edgard's behavior. Anyone who lets themselves get drunk must bear the consequences. I mean, fair point. This is why I so strongly disapprove of consuming alcohol beverage. Bloody hell. One of those people. But I'm keeping an open mind. Perhaps you will in this case. I really thought I could keep an open mind, but...
You are here because Neurek sent you?
Yes, I'm to defend you. Tell me what happens. Griff invited me to play a game of chance, and wanting to spurn... Real brute. Indeed. Wanting to spurn this gesture of friendship, I accepted his invitation, and the drinks he readily offered me. I'm going to feel strange. My mind was clouded by more than just ale. I gambled foolishly, and lost several personal heirlooms of great religious significance to my tribe. Go on. I returned to my tribe in shame, and then my wife told me to go back and speak to Griff, to humble myself and beg him to return our religious heirlooms, in exchange for the promise of much gold later on. Griff attacked me before I could speak my offer. I feared him to save my own life. There was no other choice. I fled to this temple, barely escaping a mob of soldiers, seeking my blood to avenge Griff. For the only view, why don't people love this? Well, it's a matter of taste, isn't it, little William? Some like it, some don't. And honestly, it's fair. I mean, you know, not everybody can be as broad-minded as me or as narrow-minded as you. Hey, if you know other fans, yeah, if you can tell them about this, I'm not stopping you from getting me more viewers. Free advertisement, always good advertisements. You gave me sanctuary, but only if I vote to submit to its trial to determine my fate. Can you tell me anything else then? They're different than you. Our ways and customs may seem strange. We call us savages and pagans and drunks and thieves. That's how the Lord's Alliance sees us, and this is why I called a murderer for defending myself. If the Black Lion Trap are noble people, I'm no heathen. That's good. She told me she had school. Aw, that's sad. You should have invited her over here. I'm pretty sure she would have been more willing to come along for a nice little Neverwinter stream. Call me when you have no class. Jawohl, klar. Betrüger, du kannst Schwedisch. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Well then. He probably has been drugged in order to get some money off of the fucking stupid Utgards. And we're gonna find his house. Class. Amusing yourself there quite well, aren't you? See, I don't think you even need somebody else in chat to amuse yourself. I mean, fair point, you know, fair point. You can have some fun with it. That's the most important thing. Now then, let me talk to Zed. Hello, Zed.
I greet you.
I was about to say, what are you doing there, woman? Me, Rodney Dangerfield. Okay, fair enough. Go to your leg. Leg is none of your business. Okay. And I will make something else my business. I'm the defense counsel for Rolgan. So you're the second Eric roped into defending that savage. A break. I hear the case is open and shut. I found that Utgard stabbed Griff with my own 2 eyes. My name's right through. Griff was dead before he even hit the ground. Do you know why they were fighting? Gambling debt. Griff had won a bunch of money off that Utgard, and I guess the savage didn't like it. He'd been drinking, so I guess it's no surprise he lost his temper. Anything else you can tell me? Hey, all I know is what I saw. Griff is dead, and that Utgard killed him. I'm as sure of that as I am of this pain eating away at my neck. What's wrong with your leg? Arthritis in my knee. There's nothing anyone can do about that. That ain't the problem right now. Some damn fool struck me in the side with a knife during a bar fight. The wound's infected. It's like a hot spear shooting up through my whole leg with every step I take. Can't even go to the temple to get it looked at. Well, now I was in the fight. Well, this commander already warned me about brawling. Don't need to get stuck on latrine duty again. Find out you're holding anything back. The pain won't be in your leg. Let's not threaten it. Let me see. You don't seem very impartial. Can we try anything else? Get a feeling you're holding back on me.
Well met.
You said me. I'm representing Roguewood. As much. I ain't never been on a jury before. I see my share of trials, but usually from the prisoner's box. Fair point. What do you want to know? I'm preparing my case. What do you think about this trial? Just mean like a bar fight gone out of hand. A few too many drinks in you and you act stupid. Been there myself. I ain't never killed no one. But you know what makes me mad about this case? Then people run around saying the only reason this guy is on trial is because he's Utgard. Ain't no Utgard, and I've been on trial a bunch of times. Sounds like you're trying to keep an open mind. You know what it's like. Sometimes you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Could be that's what happened to this Utgard. I hope you get him off. I'd hate to have to sentence the poor guy to execution, but to give an honest verdict. I say that's my duty. Well, more I can tell you. Maybe you got what you were looking for. Okay, at least one of them, the soldiers, is like, oh yeah, I've been there, I've known this shit, you can have shit happen to you. Meh. Which is, to be fair, a fair point. It can happen. Although using alcohol as your excuse is probably not gonna fly for very long. Not very well. But, you know, against me. And I do enjoy myself a good drink here and there. Can't even deny it. Well, then let's talk to the rest of the people. Were you one of the people you mentioned? I'm representing Rolgan, yeah. So he was seeking someone to defend Rolgan in this trial. I hope you truly appreciate the situation you have gotten yourself into. We are noble people, but their culture and beliefs seem strange to the Lord's Alliance. Often you are victims of prejudice and hatred simply because of who they are. Poor people. Sounds like you think Rolgan is innocent. Still wait until the trial before I make that decision, of course. I wanted you to be aware that the fact Rolgan is a nutgut might have something to do with him being on trial. I'm not going to fucking try to bribe the people game. Could you stop trying to make me bribe the people? Sick. He's like, okay, just give them some money and things will probably go well.
You are a good person to defend Rolgan.
I'm not going to.
Yes, what?
Hello again, woman. I'm representing your husband. Sorry, with the ways of your justice system are unfamiliar to my people. Are you a friend of all? A friend. I must ask you some questions. Prisoner said I would have to answer the questions put to me with complete honesty. It was as if he expected me to lie. He knows nothing about your North or tribe. Ask away, I have nothing to hide. You know what happened the night Griff was killed? Husband returned home late. He had been drinking, but there was something else. He seemed different. With more than alcohol were at work in his mind. He told me he had gambled away the heirlooms of a family, precious stones, sanctified by the priest of Utgard. I knew something was very wrong. He was not in his right mind, or he would never have wagered these sacred stones in a game of chance. Please go on. Send him to ask this man Griff to return the heirlooms. You have to pay in gold in exchange. It would have been far more than he could ever sell the heirlooms for. The religious significance of the Black Lion tribe far exceeds their material worth. So to attack my husband. Rogan was forced to kill Griff to preserve his own life. Led to the temple seeking sanctuary, and all of Griff's enraged friends close on his heels. Anything else? Please help my husband. By portraying him as a drunken pagan savage. Because they view all the Utgard. We are noble people, but if Rogan is convicted, the hurtful stereotype will only get stronger. Pressure could be of more help. All Hindus pray Utgard grants you wisdom in this matter. Aha. Well, old woman, once again, I'm representing one of your people. Tell me more. I have one of your people is in your hands. I will aid you as best as I can. Only as little I can do. Those of justice among the Lord's Alliance are known to me. What do you think of the case? I'm very disappointed in Rolgan. Our tribe constantly struggles against the stereotype of the drunken savage. But Rolgan allowed himself to fall under the influence of alcohol. This is the result. Sounds like you already think he's guilty. That remains to be seen. Rolgan is a symbol of our people. I pray he's not guilty of what they claim. My duty in this trial is clear. I will explain the vow I have taken as a euro. Evidence shows Rolgan that alcohol clouded his mind, so that he killed that man without reason. I must return a verdict of guilty. This trial is not the way of our people. I must follow Muric's rules in this matter. We cannot risk the wrath of the Lord's Alliance by defying the High Priest. Rolgan is not a sacrifice for the good of the entire tribe. But if it must be, it must be. Find any game-breaking items in this area? I mean, we already are pretty much equipped the very high standard, so not like we necessarily need on overabundance more of items. Yeah, talk to everybody. God damn it, you actually want me to read the fucking book, eh? Okay, so we talk to Rolgan. We talk to Zed. We talk to Loda. We talk to Wanda. Those have been selected to ensure for representation. We talked to Edgar. We talked to... No, we didn't talk to Averick yet. Did we? Yevon. We talked to Dalsha. We talked to Pella. Okay. We need to go to the bar. The old ones are available, but they're more expensive. I mean, you know, money is, as far as I'm concerned, not really a problem right about. Yeah, that's Mr. I'm Old and Rotten. I know about the trial. I'm defending Rolgan. Honey, you don't look like a lawyer. How the fuck do you even know what a lawyer looks like in fucking medieval times? Business, I guess. You wanna ask me some questions? Go ahead. What happens? Nothing to do with we're playing cards. Gambling. Rick won a lot of money. Much that Rupert had to give him some of his jewelry to cover the debt. Little fancy looking stuff. But at night Griff went outside. I heard him shout and I rushed out to see him that we were smashing swords. I said Rupert was better at hitting Griff. But if I have to testify about this, I've never been to a trial before. So you never saw who started the fight? No, I was already fighting when I got there. I thought it would end up with Griff dead and me having to go to the Utrecht's trial. I don't get so work up. Mark Ape, I'll drink for my friend. Please. Hey, you're right, sister. Good luck in the trial. And thanks for the drink. You need anything else? I'll be right here. Until the trial is over, they've got me off active duty. I plan to spending my time here in the drinking hours. Okay. So far, so good. We have some people somewhat neutral, some people were just like, Matt's just a note guard. And I guess that's that. Okay, let's do trial then. Let's do the court thing. Save the game beforehand because we're smart. I'll come back. Give me seem somewhat distracted. Well then, I've completed my investigation. I'm ready to begin Rolgan's trial. You're quite certain. The trial begins, it cannot end it prematurely. Rolgan's life will be forfeit. I'm ready. Excellent. And all parties involved are anxious to settle this matter. So, even I have to reposition myself in order for this trial of the century to happen. I will send word to the prosecutor and everyone else involved. Also, the proceedings are simple. The Euros will listen to the evidence and testimony. As the trial progresses, they will use the swords and torches I've given them to indicate either guilt or innocence. Whenever a Euro feels the accused is guilty, they will hold forth the sword. In the right hand, symbolize the swift strike of justice. To feel the accused is innocent, they will hold up the torch to symbolize the burning light of truth. Shining down on this particular trial. Sounds simple. Sword for guilty, torch for innocent. Heroes views as weight, so shall the implements they hold forth change. The hero still undecided will hold forth neither sword nor torch. 3 heroes must be convinced of the accused innocence for Rolgan to go free. We have now begun, cannot end until justice is served. The trial is interrupted or broken off before its proper completion. Accused shall be found guilty, regardless of the status of the Euros. Is this clear? Understand. €3 or more must be holding a torch to get Rogan acquitted. And if I end the conversation before we're done, Rogan suffers. If you're all here, trial can begin. Remember, if you could trial before its rightful end, Rogan's life is forfeit.
My name is Egland of the Swift Sword. I am the special prosecutor in the investigation of the death of the Lord's Alliance mercenary known as Griff. And I would like to remind the jury that I have never lost a case.
Aha. Was there a reason to point that out? Apart from pissing all over me? Witnesses have been sworn in. May the light of Tears justice shine down on this trial and expose any lies in their testimony. In my case, I would like to question Luda, an eyewitness to the events. I'm here, Your Honor. I'm not the judge, Your Honor, just the prosecutor. You don't have to be so formal. Just call me sir. They're pretty damn formal. Please tell us what happened in your own words. I saw it was night and Griff was outside the barracks. All of a sudden we heard this shout and we ran out and Griff and that they are going at each other, weapons drawn. We could step in, yet Savage stabs Griff right in the gut, runs off. We ran to get the cleric, but by then it were too late. Griff was gone. Savage killed him. What a cry from this witness. But up to me, we could end the trial right here and declare Rogan guilty. But custom dictates I allow the defense to question the witness if they wish. Ready for a question. Did you see who actually started the fight? No, they were already going at it by the time we got here. So maybe Griff started the fight and Rogan was just defending himself. I guess. Could be Griff started it. I don't know. I wasn't there. Was the Edgard in his right mind, or did he seem intoxicated to you? He was pretty drunk. So drunk he didn't know what she was doing? I guess so. Maybe. I don't know if that's a good excuse, though. No more questions. Once I finish trying to obscure the truth, I will call Zet, my next witness. Zet, tell God what you witnessed on that night. Right, sir. Well, it's like the Lord said. Griff was outside, heard him shout, we ran out, and the Utgard sticks a blade in Griff's belly. And that savage runs off to the temple for sanctuary, like some kind of coward. Well spoken, Zet. You're enough like a murderous coward. Obviously, he's guilty. They always run when they're guilty. This case might be my easiest win yet. Never actually witnessed the start of the fight, did you? No, I didn't see who started the fight. Yeah, it could have been Griff. That's what you're getting at. I have no further questions for this witness. And as finished with their blathering, the prosecution has only one witness left. Conan Wanda, the wife of the accused. Mia, ask your questions. I sense some hostility on your part, young lady. Please remember, I'm only doing my job. On my fault, your husband had to go on a killing spree. It's not really a killing spree if you killed one fucking person. That's, sure there's a fucking term for it, but I don't know it, but, that's murdering his reputation or something. Of course I saved. Glenn, I've given you a lot of leeway in this case. You're coming very close to crossing the line of what is acceptable. Sorry, Your Honor. The woman is looking at me like she wants to kill me. Must run in her family. Either my husband or I would ever commit vile murder. Yet get honorable people. Yes, it could take honor very seriously. One was then ashamed at having gambled away everything he owned. He wanted to do anything to wipe away that shame. Yes, I would have killed that man. So you say, but we know how strong Utgard is. Rogan is a proud warrior. Surely a jury as intelligent and attractive as this one must realize it is pride would have driven Rogan to kill Griff in a desperate attempt to salvage such wounded honor. Defense may cross-examine now. I have no further questions for this witness, since you all but admitted her husband is a rampaging serial killer. That is not allowed. Glenn, no one pushes. Push this any further and I'm gonna push you with my sword in your fucking ribs. British, I will say another word while the honorable lady tries to defend these crimes. Tell me what the significance of the heirlooms your husband had gambled away. It's probably not a good idea to do. Tell me why you sent your husband to see Griff. I wanted to go speak with Griff. Beg him to return the heirlooms he had taken from us, to appeal to Griff's sense of decency. Husband is no killer. He only went back because I sent him there to talk with Griff. You think your husband is on trial? He's empty because he's Utgard. People hate Utgard. Generations the Lord's Alliance has persecuted us because we were different. We're nothing but a bunch of racists. I mean, they kinda are. But the Utgards are probably not better, though. Let us not take kindly to your accusation, young lady. Your husband is here because a man is dead. Don't forget it was this Temple of Tyr that gave Rogan sanctuary. I am sure you might want to advise your client against calling the Euros racist during the trial. Doesn't go over well. You don't say. Tell me about the significance of the heirlooms you have been given away. Not just heirlooms, they're artifacts of great religious significance to the Black Lion tribe. Value is greater than mere money. Why? They mean more than life itself to the worshippers of Utgard. That was not a good idea. Yes, it was not a good idea. Human sacrifice to Utgard is one of your savage pagan rituals. And such comments are not appropriate. Your beliefs may differ from our own, but they are not on trial here. Please. Please to God, the prosecution rests its case. Can we just start the execution now? No? Okay. Defense may call the witnesses if they wish. At least at a point. I would like to question Rolgan. Yes, my lady. What do you wish to know? Well, tell us what happened that night, Rolgan. These people can't possibly be held to the same legal standards as us colonizers. The case of Utgard, though, I mean, they're not that primitive, technically speaking. Primitive air comparatively to some city dwellers, I suppose, but still. Now I've convinced me to go speak to Griff. Now I came to return the heirlooms to me. When I approached Griff, he attacked as soon as he saw me. I had no choice but to defend myself. It's a state of mind. We were thinking clearly. No, my mind was hazy with the fog from the many cups I had consumed. It was as if it was in a dream. Nothing seemed real. I didn't even realize what was happening until it was too late. Griff was dead. You see the news? I try to avoid the news these days because it's just fucking annoying. And you kind of start, you know, doubting humanity. Insight. Did you remind me? I think this is merely an excuse to justify what you've done. That is not my intent. Now I must be responsible for my own actions, my lady. At the night I was not thinking rationally. When Griff attacked, my instincts took over. I defended myself. I am no murderer, and I hope the court can understand it. They killed 10, injured 18 with knife. Really putting in the work for the cause. Well, that's pleasant. Why do people always feel the need to fucking use violence as a fucking tool for such nonsense? It's totally going to further your cause, you know. People will totally look at you and go like, yes, by using violence, you have totally convinced me that your cause is just. Because you were too fucking stupid to use fucking words for it. Pain in the ass. Since events call the accused to the stand, I claim my right to cross-examine the killer. Keep this brief, much like poor Griff's life. Rogan, are you an Utgard warrior? I am a true Utgard warrior of the Black Lion tribe. That's really the best short-term solution. I earned the honor and respect of my people. You earned this honor's respect on the battlefield. The edge of your blade. Step into your precious honor if people found out you had gambled away everything you owned. I would be shamed by my actions. I am shamed by my actions. So that Griff were to die, he could recover those heirlooms before anyone found out. But his friends caught you in the act, killer. Wait, never mind, don't answer. Short question. I wouldn't want to prejudice the jury. That's debatable. The consequences of the act of killing usually outweigh the immediate satisfaction you get out of it anyway, so meh. Like, that was nice. And then you go to fucking reason for it and you're like, that kinda sucks. Well, we're still at one watch. Sure, I'll move on to my closing arguments. It'll be short since the Utgard is so obviously guilty. Rogan owed Griff money. 2 witnesses saw Rogan kill Griff. It's more simple. We have heard how much the Utgard valued the heirlooms. Rogan gambled away. A proud Utgard warrior would do anything to get those religious artifacts back. Even kill men who had taken them. Fans has raised the issue of Rogan's Utgard heritage, trying to claim this trial as a racist sham. It is simply an argument to obscure empirical facts. Utgard does not give you a license to commit murder. Do your duty, members of the jury. Find Rogan guilty of murder, and let justice be done. This is the will of Tyr. If it pleases the court, the prosecution rests. Looking at you, Clinton. They may take your closing arguments. The prosecution witnesses never saw who started the fight. We must accept Rogan's claim for self-defense as truth. Are they convincing arguments? The inherent racism of the court has been mentioned often in this trial, but that is not a real issue. Oh, then why do you keep bringing it up? Get about accusation of racism. Griff attacked Rogan. Rogan defended himself. This is the only issue here. So you would have us all believe. Enough in that. The animals have taken a valuable religious artifact of great value to the Black Lion tribe. I have wrong on the motive for the killing, but it hardly justifies murder. I mean, we do have 2 fucking on, so can I get a third one? Don't let your racist protesters judge him. I'm sure no one but Nordgard has ever been accused of a crime by these gods. His execution of Fendig was all a dream, because we don't arrest anyone but Utgard. There's a sarcasm in England. Address this case. Seeing his trial, I proclaim judgment in this case. By the light of tedious truth, may justice be done. Innocent jurors in the jury. The verdict is here. Guilty as charged. Fucks. I kinda fucked it up, didn't I? Must be a path we can go through here without fucking this done. Because I'm relatively convinced he is innocent. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Let's try this again then. Yes, 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 we know who you are. We've been through this already. You see, we actually started to fight. Maybe we've started the fight. No further questions. Never actually witnessed who started the fight. No further questions. Can you send your husband? Okay, let's not try the racism card. That doesn't seem to work well. Significance of the heirlooms. Questions. Tell us what happened. Gives me 2 torches. Okay, that changes that. That gives me 3 torches. God fucking damn it, people. Stop! Stop it! Okay, that gives me 1 torch. Gives me 2 torches. That removes that torch. Well, that's a problem. Pay off 1 guy. I don't want to though, it's going against Tier's justice. I mean, if Tier's justice falls on this side, I'll have to accept it. I'm willing to do that. There must be a way to get this done. Actually, before I sit here for another hour and just try to get this, I'm actually going to look up if it's actually possible to do this. Utgard trial. Let me see. Bribing euros. Fuck that. I see. I can learn of a secret if I actually give the guy something to drink. Even more. Shut up. I will save this. I will never do that. I will never do this. I will do this the good old-fashioned way. We'll find out just how fucking racist fucking Griff was. YOLO there.
Well met.
How about a refill, bartender? Bring me another drink. Maybe Griff's to blame for the fight. Maybe, but shouldn't he stick it off the dead? Secrets. What kinds of secrets? You shouldn't tell. Something I should know for the trial. You should tell me. Don't tell you, someone else probably will. And I don't want to get in no trouble. You're gone anyway, so who cares if anyone finds out? You've had a nasty habit of spiking the rings of people who's gambling against. Forget it. Would give him an edge over them. Make them idle hazy. I'm really sporting, but that's the kind of guy Griff was. Anything else? Okay. No.
Well met.
How about a refill? Friends aren't we? Anything else? Can you find out anything else? Maybe that's enough. It should give me good evidence, because if he spiked the drink, that's clearly going against the argument that the fucking Woodgut are just fucking drunkards. Take game. Yes, 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 yes. Been through this already.
My name is Igland of the Swift Sword.
Yes, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. We've been here before. Okay, first things first. Tell me how Griff felt toward Yadgard. He liked them much. I was complaining about them as damn savages. Filthy as God. That could have been started by Griff. It'll be the first time he let his temper get the better of him. A bit of audit, especially. True that Griff spiked Rogan's wimp earlier that evening? Yeah, he wanted to mess that good up so he could beat him at cards, you know? He could not think straight. He was partly to blame for his own death. Well, it was his fault Yudgard was doped up. Maybe if Rogan was in his right mind, he wouldn't have killed him. Maybe Griff thought that since Rogan was drugged, Yudgard would be an easy target in a fight. I guess you could have thought that. He didn't like Yudgard much. Would have jumped at the chance to kill one of them if he thought he could get away with it. Did you see who actually started the fight? No, so maybe Griff started the fight. Look at that! Look at all of those torches! Nice. Let's not go to the intoxicated road, because that's not good for me. That. Okay, you never actually witnessed who started the fight, right? Nice. Okay, we're getting there. So, Griff had spiked Rogan's ring that night, right? Yeah, he put something in Rogan's ring. Made his mind fuzzy, so he didn't really understand what he was doing. Don't you think that's a mitigating circumstance in what happened? No, but mitigating means that Griff shouldn't have spiked that good ring. That's wrong. I was doing stupid stuff like this. No further questions. Yes, we're getting there. We're getting there. Sensibly, yes, we've been through that. Deep. Okay. Let's. Where you sent him over? Let's not try anything else, because that's just gonna paint a very bad picture of him. Whew. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. So let's question Rogan. I think it's the best way to actually question him. So tell us what happened that night. Because I do remember getting a few torches from him, so I kinda want to get a few extra points. But nothing else. No, let's not go anything else. Yeah. This never saw who started the fight, so we must accept Rogan's claim of self-defense. Well, we know Griff was a violent man who hated Yudgard. He probably started the fight himself. Luckily, there are no witnesses to disprove this claim. And the Griff spiked Rogan's drink, making Rogan more prone to act irrationally. We will blame the victim. In this case, yes, I will blame the fucking victim. Warning you. And defense rests its case. And as Tyr's representative overseeing this trial, I proclaim judgment in this case. By the light of Tyr's truth, may justice be done. The verdict is clear. An unanimous 5-0 decision to acquit. Rogan, you're free to go. And all the rest of you. The court thanks you for your time. Iglet, your work is done. I suggest you leave before I write you up for your loutish behavior during these proceedings. You are a disgrace to the hallowed horde of this temple. Hey, come speak to me. Yes, we did it. We did it! We fucking succeeded. I'll walk down the street yelling about how much cash you in the pockets. Fair point. Called upon to you do your duty in administering the justice of Tyr's court. Sure is grateful. You answered to the call. Our performance at the trial was truly amazing, and an unanimous verdict. Such an overwhelming result will do much to quell any rumblings among the Lord's Alliance soldiers over the outcome of the trial. We are exemplary service, but the undying gratitude of this Temple of Tyr. Please accept this token as a sign of my own appreciation of the spectacular job you have done in the service of Tyr. Yeah, is there anything else you want to do? We go now. Oh, with Tyr's blessing. Yes. Victim blame forever. In some cases, yes. I mean, quite literally, if I spike somebody's drink, clearly make sure that he's out of his mind, and he then attacks me, I can't really blame him for that, because I quite literally know that he's fucking out of his mind. I know, I will not persuade him. It's not the paladin way to ask for more of a fucking monetary thing than is actually agreed upon. Actually, I haven't even agreed on for anything, so it's his free choice to give. Not anything else. Say that's the quintessence of role-playing. You to stay in role. Now then, I think it's a good time to talk a bit more to my companions about their stories, starting with the one I hate the most, because I've had this little cunt work with me throughout, I think, at least one whole fucking campaign game. Because, you know, he's a rogue, he's kinda useful, you know, traps and chests and stuff, but I just can't fucking hear his fucking okie any longer. It gives me cancer.
Nice to see you again. That cheerful Gen fellow brought you here too,
Hey, what were you expecting,
Looking
actually?
for some words of power or something?
Well, it's good to see you again. Let's be polite. I'm gonna take a hike and look around for my old friend Sammy. Bet he's around here somewheres. Somehow I knew we'd bump into each other again. Well, me too. It's kinda how the game goes. Now, to make this very short, I kind of was caught doing something I shouldn't when I was somewhere I shouldn't have been. So Mr. Gen said I had to come and help you. I'm not surprised. I figured you'd be here too. Aren't you being a great hero and all? But you didn't have to come like I did either. You know anything about the words of power? Me? Heck no. I'd want to trot off to the Cold Wood and check it out though. Why? There's always tales of strange things out in those woods. Passed through more than a month back and I remember seeing some ruins of the path. The guide said they belonged to some wealthy mage who locked herself away in there long ago. But she used to collect a lot of strange things, so who knows? Old acquaintance of mine is nearer too. Name's Vash. I wouldn't trust him further than I could throw him, which ain't far. If he's a human, you probably can't even throw him at all, because you're a fucking halfling and not that strong, not that big. Here's the Cold Wood well. I would go now to have you join up with me again. Okay. I'll just fuck up, Tommy.
What can Tommy do?
Let's talk. Now, I'll guess we start with the obvious, so have you always been a rook? And you should ask it. I was an urchin on the streets of Kellenport, first and foremost. That learned me street smarts. It wasn't always that way. In fact, when I was a tender young lad, a kindly human wizard saw great promise in me. He took me in. I was his apprentice, in fact. Quite some time. That's where I met my best friend Sammy, after all. It's another apprentice. Been a full wizard myself, and things had worked out. What went wrong then? Well, you know, I can take the lad out of the street, but you can't take the street out of the lad. I wasn't much for books and studying and all. Unable to throw creatures one size larger than oneself. Indeed. Quite classic rule there. A wizard, what was his name? Hanasa? He saw something in me that I never saw. That would make a wizard whether I liked it or not. Thought I would make a wonderful thief if I could be invisible and fly around all the time. I just couldn't wait. Got all these pretty things in the town, unfortunately. So you stole them? Of course I stole them. What kind of rook do you think I am? But a good price of the streets too. You Hanazar beat me black and blue by the time I returned. Or penalty. Negative feat. The swiped as a spellbook and sold that for a pretty price. Boy, was the old man furious. There was a storm brewing around his tower by the time I got back. What's wrong, Gage? That's a picture I want to see. Who's the giant say that Sammy took the book? What do you think of it? That's how Sammy got kicked out of his apprenticeship. You got your friend kicked out. He wasn't much of a wizard, and old Sammy wasn't my friend back then, anyway. I ended up to him by becoming his pal later. So I stopped being an apprentice. You know, my apprenticeship is quite a story itself. I should tell you that sometime, if you're interested. Be later, though. Can you hear a story? Okay. No level up yet. You stand your ground, just stand there and we'll talk to the next one. Again, yes.
No doubt Aaron Genn has brought you here to aid in the search for the words of power.
Yes, yes, it's very good to see you again. Error's betrayal. I meant to travel the north in search of the quest to prove myself to my tribe. Even as we parted ways, I suspected we would meet once more. And then I heard of Aaron Genn's call. All those who would serve the cause of Neverwinter. Join the Lord's Alliance here at Baruna's Well. Holy place to the Utgard. Thought it might be a sign from my gods. For all you have done for Neverwinter, I know you would be here. And that's why I came, to join with you once more. Feel our fates are bound together. I had crashed off to talk to all of them once. I was safe before I talked to the last person. Do you know anything about the words of power then? Yet nothing of these words. Some recent events concerning the Utgard Elk tribe might be worth investigating. How so? The Elk tribe has allied itself with the Luskan forces. As incredible as it sounds, they have attacked Fort Ilkard and the settlers' farms to the south. I am of the Red Tiger tribe. Their values and beliefs common to all of the Utgard people. We are warriors and hunters, not bloodthirsty savages. The Utgard are people of honor. These are evil forces at work, a dark taint that has polluted the noble spirit of the Elk tribe. We know no other explanation to their actions. The mission your tribe because you ask. If you allow me to join you once more, I will of course follow wherever you choose to go. I would be honored.
Yes?
Let's talk. Mind knowing your thoughts on Erebus' betrayal? Do you think she did it? Some who claim Erebus betrayed Neverwinter out of grief. Others say she seeks to avenge Fentic's death out of some perverse sense of justice. Yes, that was everything. I need to level up myself before I can level them up again. Even those who say she was driven mad by Fentic's execution and is not aware of what she's doing. I think something else drives her now. Okay, what do you think your reason is then? The winter turned its back on her. The city rejected her and its people cast her out. There's no pain so great as being turned away by those who you most want to take you in. What are you talking about? They never turned her out. Perhaps not, but I have no doubt felt that they did. People... excuse me, that came out of nowhere. And people blame Fentic enough to kill him. Did you not feel they despised her as well? Then Lord Nasher sent her to Port Last of Ghent. It was obvious Lord Nasher wanted an excuse to send her away from the city. No doubt he thought it best to calm the people and keep Erebus from suffering their wrath as Fentic had. But in her grief, she would have seen it as a cold and brutal rejection, a symbolic banishment. Sounds like you think she was justified. Not saying what Erebus did was right or even justified, but there's a tale among the Utgard, an ancient legend of consequences and betrayal. Fentic's execution and Erebus' betrayal remind me of a tale of my own people. I hope Neverwinter does not suffer the same fate as the Utgard. And fate would that be? Perhaps later I will tell you the tale. Now is the time for me to speak of this. I must focus on finding the words of power. Actually, you are right. We, technically speaking, don't have the time to stand around.
Hello, it is I, Bodylock Glinkle.
Yes, I know.
It's good to see a friendly face in these unfamiliar surroundings.
Oh, yeah, it is good to see you again. Admit I'm not surprised to find you here at Barun as well. Your previous record of service, it was only logical to conclude that you would be among those recruited by Neverwinter's spy master. Partly why I chose to come here. I found your previous experience together to be very enlightening, short as they were. So, do you know anything about the words of power then? I hope I can help you there. One of the area is limited to the accounts of Lanternese explorers detailing the hills to the north of Barun as well. Tell me about these accounts then. You know, the love of exploration is full of discovery, traits shared by all of the people of Lanson. Whenever one of our people visits the foreign land, they make an account of all they experience. These accounts are added to the great library of Lanson, so that all our people can be enlightened. A few years ago, a gnome named Herigo Wanderlust returned to my island with his account of this region. The majority of his time was spent exploring the hills to the north of Barun as well, secretly observing the habits and activities of the giants who make their home there. As you say. Oh yes, we have no giants on Lanson, so my people are fascinated by them. Herigo's research is the most detailed account we have had to date of these remarkable creatures. The subject he was studying, hill giants by the exact species, remember correctly, actually chosen a king from among their numbers. This king had united several bands of giants into a single powerful tribe. Oh, and even consulted the great sending to house the king. Had raided the lands to the south. After his research, we assumed hill giants to be incapable of such high-level organization. Anything else? The research was of a scientific nature. Diet, mating habits, activity cycles, habitat and territory range. Academically compelling, but hardly useful in your mission, I'm afraid. love to see these giant before I leave the north, player. I know my own wants must be set aside. Yes, join me then. And let's talk. Staunch proponent of the free exchange of ideas. Yeah, who isn't? Wouldn't mind knowing your thoughts on Harry's betrayal. How do you feel? Harry's betrayal has caused me no amount of confusion. On one hand, her actions appear irrational and illogical. She has vowed to destroy the city she spent her life protecting. Kinda bit illogical, true point. On the other hand, isn't it logical to assume a variable wants to avenge the death of a lover? What about Fenric's death, which caused this whole mess? His execution made no sense. He was not an enemy of the city, and had he lived, he would have done everything in his power to help Neverwinter to make up for what he had done. What purpose is there in killing a man who is only going to be your ally in the future? That's the rational behavior. It's difficult for me to understand. Well, that's just, human emotions. We kinda needed a sacrificial lamb, basically. Put in front of the masses to make sure that they don't fucking riot in the streets. Might not be necessarily fair, but very little for the authentic section of the deserving execution. The law is to be obeyed. But sometimes people let their emotions rule their actions, and we do foolish things. And then we bow to the laws of reason and logic. Emotion can never be truly factored out of any decision. We do best to look at the facts with a dispassionate eye before taking action. Those, in that sense, we are quite different from many of the other cultures of Faerun. We will have to familiarize ourselves with these strange lands. We hope to integrate Lantern into mainland society. Integrate? What are you talking about? Lantern is an island. By geography, we are isolated from the rest of the world. For centuries, this has led to an insular culture, particularly among my people, the gnomes. We consider ourselves safely removed from the troubles of the mainland. We have been fascinated observers of the history of Faerun, as befits our analytical mindset. We choose not to be inactive participants in the events. Recently, however, the culture has embarked upon a radical journey of change, a revolutionary shift in our entire belief system. Soon, perhaps, even in my own lifetime, Anton will become an important part of life in the realms. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you want to invade us? Inventors and academics, not soldiers. Well, an inventor can probably do an invasion too, with tools he invents, than us, and to bring our culture and beliefs to Faerun through peaceful means. Yes, you will peacefully subvert all of the other cultures and turn them into your own people. Another matter. We are proceeding in a rational and a logical fashion. Aha. Our attempt to introduce ourselves into the existing order, we must study and analyze the current political and cultural realities in organized and thorough fashion. And could you expect anything less, given our nature? So, why a sudden change then? You can imagine a revolution of this magnitude must be precipitated by an astonishing event. What a significant catalyst, there cannot be a significant reaction. Okay, the catalyst is a signal of wondrous events. Today the god Gon's Wonderbringer washed up on the shores of Lantern in mortal form. You're referring to the times of troubles, aren't you? Baal times. When Baal did the only thing you would not expect from a fucking god of murder, namely strive the land and, well, made with quite literally everything he could get his bloody freaking hands on in order to create so many offsprings it's not even fucking funny. Enough to fill a whole hall with statues of him. Actually, a tower would be a more likely descriptor of that. Because, even the god of murder is like, well, I might not survive these times, but hey, at least I'm gonna leave enough fucking pain in the asses behind to make everybody wish I was still around. The show begins the setting of Baldur's Gate. Well, technically speaking, actually not. That's a bit of a lie. It takes quite a bit of time until you learn, actually. What has happened during the times of troubles? Good times. Alright, I'm speaking of the time of troubles, when the gods were forced to take mortal form and walk among us. Yeah, that was a great idea for everybody involved, because taking the gods, the very, very powerful gods, putting them into a mortal form, which still makes them fucking powerful, and putting them in the mortal realms, where fucking mortals are, and mostly not that powerful, is totally going to work splendidly. Not leave any scars behind that will never fucking heal. Pain in the ass. I'll share on the tale with you. The story of going to Wonderbringer's time on Lantern is a long one. Yeah, and a lot more peaceful one. Perhaps I will speak more of this later. Now's not the time. We need to focus on our mission. We have to get those words of power back to our Regent.
The fires of war are burning on the horizon. Why am I not surprised to see you here to forge your blood-drenched legacy in the furnace of slaughter?
After all that is, I'm just gonna stand like it. Yeah, it's nice to see you too. And you claim it's good to see the members of my order. You and I have the same milk. We do not shy from death and killing. Ned Arrogant was recruiting mercenaries to his cause, and you would come, as I did. My fates appear once more to be bound together. Ares' betrayal has stoked the fires of war, and I'm eager to see the killing begin. We're lucky this war will engulf the entire region. Hey, do you know anything about the words of power, perchance? Read anything about these words? I once lived with my clan in the mountains to the north. You used to live in this region. Long ago, my dwarf clan dwelled in the Dragon Mountains, though when Bruno Battlehammer reclaimed the Mithril Hall, we left to join the others of our kind, who flocked to his banner. At night, great worms could often be seen soaring over the moonlit skies. Many legends of the hordes these winged serpents guarded, and there are many rumors of the mighty artifacts that could be found within. I do not specifically recall mention of the words of power, but I can only assume such a powerful item would likely be found in a dragon's lair. I wish I would gladly join you. Yeah, sure, join me.
Is there something you need?
Same as usual, same as usual. So, what do you think about Erebeth betraying, huh? Basically the question I'm handing to everyone. So what are your thoughts on Erebeth, in particular? It's just happy that is not one of those anonym ones, because, well, you know, you will get a lot of funny answers that way. I have mixed feelings about the Paladin's actions. They say she was driven to her betrayal by the execution of her lover, but accept his death. That drove her mad with grief and a desire for revenge. Member of the Order of the Long Death, my reaction to an inevitable event seems rather childish. Silent Lord comes for us all. We might as well learn to accept it. Accepting that is one thing. Having your lover hung right in front of you is something else. Would she ever feel better had her lover had his entrails removed by a hungry troll, his limbs ripped from their sockets by an angry giant? Perhaps she would have been less angry had a slow-acting poison drawn him into a sleep from which he would never awaken. Death is death. My honor seeks to help the world understand this. So you disapprove of what she has done. Motives for her action seem foolish to me. The results are pleasing. She has brought war to the north. Thousands will die painful, shrieking deaths beneath the blades she has unleashed. Silent Lord is eager to feast upon the table Erebus has set for him. While death gorges itself on the soldiers and civilians alike, I will be present to bear witness to a master's gluttony. Your bloodthirsty freak, Grimra. I like it. I have a love of death and bloodshed. It is rare outside our order. Yeah, even you cannot truly fathom the beauty of death or the mysteries of the Silent Lord. Monk of the Long Death, I was subjected to rituals and ceremonies that brought a true appreciation, that which others fear in their ignorance, torture, pain, suffering, and even death itself. These things are beautiful. I kill when I have to, but I doubt I'll ever see anything beautiful in it. Bring destruction wherever you go. Your motives may be good or evil, but that makes no difference. Death is forever by your side. Silent Lord has placed his mark upon you. Share my experience of my initiation. You might begin to glimpse some small hint what death truly means. The only pure, absolute truth in an imperfect existence. So let me. Tell me about your honor's rituals. No, there's not time. I just wanted to tease you with the information. Yes, you are. I'm afraid you are not ready for the wisdom I would share. Perhaps later I will speak more of this. Yes. Of course you would.
My dear friend, it warms my heart to see your face again. Erengend must have brought you here to help search for the words of power.
Yes, and it's good to see you again too. Nobody was surprised. After this betrayal, I readied myself for a return to Everesca. Somewhere deep inside, I prayed that we would meet once more. The head of Erengend's call for brave adventurers to serve the cause of Neverwinter. Join the Lord's Alliance here at Beruna as well. Knew that you could not resist such a grand opportunity. I am drawn to heroic deeds, like a glutton to a bakery. That's one hell of a example to make. Grabbed the first ride out of town and came here. Well, the second ride actually got me here. And do you know anything about the words of power? I don't know where they would be. I would think that such magic would most likely be associated with the ancient times. Lead me to think about the ruins, far to the south of here. Okay, what about them? I've heard lately the ruins contain traces of ancient cultures. It's not of magic run deeper than any living today. Life of Vereska, and for studying, mysterious is more than a path. It's the highest calling. Ruins to the south call to me, since they hide knowledge, that is, imperative to us. Suppose that it may just be my own heritage, driving me to study something as old and unusual as these ruins are reputed to be, or I might be even more than that. For it is always. Sure, travel with me again, and I shall endeavor to keep you alive once again. Don't worry, I can do this myself pretty well.
Hey there, dear. What can I do?
Pitch talk. So, what made you decide that you should actually be a fucking cleric of all things? It's been a long time since someone asked me that question. I came to Zanin Hundo when I was very young, which is unusual since my parents were both mages and followers of the god Grelon. And started when I was sent to a Dublin Century School for Potentials. You see, both of my parents were deep into the mysteries and held positions of respect. It was assumed that I would take after my parents in the magical arts. So, what are potentials? Children of gifted wizards in Neverwinter are sent to special schools as potentials, because they are expected to excel in furthering the art of spellcraft. My ability to get into trouble had already started by that age, but my parents had kept it quiet, thinking I would grow out of it. Okay, go on. First day of classes was a disaster. I don't think it had anything to do with my ability for spellcasting. I had an insatiable curiosity, and Gideon was a crotchety old master who expected all elven children to be patient, quiet, and orderly. I barely possessed those traits now, let alone when I was a child. Master decided to open class with a powerful spell, draw us into submission to his tutelage. Turned us back and I moved in. What do you mean you moved in? I just wanted to look at the spell components. They were very interesting, especially the wonderful gem he had sitting beside the circle. Well, he went to reach for the gem and it wasn't there. The spell misfired, causing him to ooze purple smoke for weeks. So he kicked you out. And it was well paid for training us. He kicked me out right away. He never forgave me either. And it also wasn't the only accident to befall the class when I was around. Despite all of this, I might still have become a wizardess. Although the little trip I took, it was an accident that will long be remembered in our fair city. It became sealed to my face in Dehini that day. What fate would that be? I have to tell you of my dimension-hopping trip later. It's not the word combination many people use. Too much to do right now. Like, yes, I took a little trip. Dimension-hopping wise.
All right, dear. I'm getting
Yes, welcome back, Charming. Have we talked already? How about you tell me a tale, little Charming? You're a bard after all. I'm only save my best tales for talents with a full audience. Why should I reckon a tale only for you? Because I asked you nicely? Oh, I put on a pleasant tone and I'm supposed to jump to please you. State it. Pretty much. Tell you what, I'll tell you your tale. You promise to listen attentively and be a proper audience. I can do that. Well, that's good. I hold you to it then. What story should I tell then? I'll tell you a tale of the great player, savior of Neverwinter, to search for the words of power. I think I know that one. But like I tell it, believe me. Probably right, however. The subject matter would be a bit familiar, and a bit fuzzy on the ending. How about the sad tale of the great Lady Erebeth, torn between love and honor, fallen from the grace of Tyr? I've heard the ending already. That's true, isn't it? Too bad. Hers is a sad tale that itches to be told. Let's see. Think of something else. What a tale of the great Lord Nesha. That man was in his glory days before he became a sad old ruler. How about something original? I'm going to be picky, are you? Very well then, give me some time to think about it. For now, let's continue with the making of our own tale.
Yes?
Talk? Perhaps later. Okay. Well, we've talked to everybody, we did some shopping, and everything else that we can do, so without actually that much further in the way of actions to be taken inside the city, I think we are going to do precisely what I told you we would do. Now, if you might remember from Port Last, where we started in the north and then worked our way clockwise down, I kind of want to do the same thing, just the other way around. So we're going to start in the south and we'll work counterclockwise, which means since there's no eastern exit, we're going to go south, north, and west in that particular order. No other reason than that I can, basically. And I mean, why not? I actually don't remember this chapter too well. I remember some things, but I think first and second chapter are basically the ones that has, in the matter of speaking, left the most an impression upon me, and of course, you know, something a bit later, to be fair, but no, the third chapter is kinda a bit of a mixed bag, honestly. It's not bad, but it's also nothing necessarily to remember it by overly much. Maybe it's just because I'm racist towards Stuttgart, but I'm kind of like, meh. Boring? I guess technically not even boring, just... I mean, that is something I would remember, technically speaking. Just the fact of being bored, but not even that, it's just too much of a fucking mixed bag. But well, we'll see. We'll find something to amuse ourselves with one way or another. I will kill all of the other people. Mostly because they kinda deserve it. Also, I think they are just, or at least they appear to be, they actually do a pretty damn swell job of attacking me in close quarters. That is not a bad, not bad, statistical wise. But I mean, I guess, you know, the enemies do need to be a bit toughened up because, well, to be very honest here, at this point we are kind of pretty fucking powerful. That's putting it nicely. We can kill so many things with ease at this particular point. Da-dee-da, kill the grizzly bear. And Jarwin is just doing a little dance. Yes, she's doing a performance art. For some very statistical reason. Nobody really does why, but it's kind of what she likes to do. And the last one, you will do too. I mean, not that I really need Sharpin to follow me, you know, along. It's not like I need her damage necessarily, but that's kind of feel a bit strange to have a fucking companion that's just like, okay, I'm gonna stand here and not do much for you. Mostly that happens because she casts usually invisibility and then fucking tries to make use of that. Which is not necessarily a good plan, as I'm concerned. Oh well, what can you do? Fucking wizards and their invisibility skills, that's just a fucking pain, honestly. So far, not much. Attack! Attack the archers in close quarters. A very wise idea indeed. Yes. Ah. -1. Actually, they have distinct feeling that your warriors also aren't that great compared to the archers. Been rating effortless. Hey, shall we? I at some point maybe potentially wanting to get involved in this, or... Okay. She has graciously decided to join us in battle again, after standing around and doing nothing for her. But thanks, Sharwin. Very helpful. Will you drop anything? No. Okay. Oh, have to go towards the fourth deal card. To kill even more creatures. And level up, hopefully, at some point. Actually, what level am I? Level 13. I'm fucking powerful. Kinda forgot already. Not bad at all. And I see some orcs here. Ogres. And an orc shaman. Oh, he fought so many orcs already. I don't think it's actually a, you know, something we need to worry about overly much. Stop doing that. I don't even want to know just how many. I'm pretty sure we have killed at least fucking tribe of orcs in our time already. I have a distinct feeling it's only gonna get more. For sharp mystical reason.
I hope you like pain.
A few ogres. What sad little creatures. Stable die? Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Shaman. Goodbye, Shaman. Yeah, the cave entrance. Do I want to go into this cave immediately? You know what, let's first take a bit more of a look around the map and then remember that there's a cave up here we need to deal with at some point. They should be good. Cave is a cave is a cave after all. Gordon, yes. Must dead and the rest of us will follow him shortly. Leave me. Do you need any help? Right. Back to the well. Miracle heal me. Come here, okay, what are you doing here? Men were wounded again during the fighting at the fort. They send us back to the well and Henry kills us. We'll come back and fight some more. This is the last trip for Gunmere. He's dead. One of those barbarians got him with an arrow. So he'd make it. The fort? Yeah, for the cut. It's just down the road. Stay clear of it though. Not a fighting woman. Goodbye. Whoops. How was he dead if he had a fucking critical wound healing shit in his inventory? Man, must he suck at what he's doing. Okay, so that's the fort proper, I'd assume. Catapult commander.
Sorry.
Yeah. Would you let me in? Identify yourself. I have been sent by young Gensh on behalf of the Lord's Alliance. Time to send us a note how much longer we could hold out against this siege. Go see Commander Demis. Go to the building in the northeast. Okay.
Hello.
Ouch. It burned me. You liked it. Then we'll pass through here and see what's down here. This goes to the ruins. It's the same building. There's some random trapdoors right in the fucking fort. Why you would have them in the fucking fort is a bit strange. You know, it's not really that difficult to fucking kill a few fucking randos in your fucking fort. You should have numerical superiority after all. Well, you should have, that is, apparently. Come on, die. Stop fucking resisting, nobody likes that. Come on, shall we? Open the fucking crate. Don't let me fucking wait. Longbow plus 2. It's a nice find. You find them randomly in your fucking chest. Yeah. Even better if I could actually make use of it. Okay, so it's the commander one. It's the main barracks. And we're gonna visit some of the barracks right quickly. Settler. And in Echo.
Greetings.
I just personally know, but Commander Demis doesn't have the right to treat me like this. What a pompous self-absorbed job. Well, you really don't like Demis. You blame me? I didn't get enough money to retire and buy a nice little homestead in country, and then bam, I get conscripted into the army. Now he won't let me return home. I've got to get my ass lined up for my crops and sort it out soon. I'm going to lose a fortune. It will all be because of the jerk Demis. Anything I can do to help? Nothing you can really do is you want to buy several hundred bushels of turnips. Wait a minute, there's something you could do. I'll write up a note with instructions for my wife and a list of all the buyers she has to get in touch with to sell our crop. Delivered the note for me. Okay, I'll do it. Thanks. Save me bundle. Take this note back to my wife and she'll know what to do. Don't worry, I'll put down she should give you a substantial reward for this. Comes down the fields to the west of Fort Ilcard. Me hard to reckon my wife. I don't think there are too many other gnomes living as farmers in the area. I mean, a point. Should not be too difficult. We'll see that particular plans out. Then we have the barracks where we have night. Nothing to talk to. I see. Okay, let's finish the exploration of the area. Catapult commander. Game. Would you please? Thank you, game. That's what you get for firing upon me. I will freaking kill you. What will you stand for? Thank you. Surprising tough little cookie. Now, go back here. Healing potion. Look. Sub-Chief. Baroness. I don't know why you came down here, but you'll die a fucking horrible death now. I can tell you that much.
Step up to the fight. Bring them down.
Bam. Ah, that's a good lay on hands. Now we can continue doing this. Actually, I could probably use Divine Might, couldn't I? Make myself ever more powerful. Sub-Chief of the Adkatel tribe. Might have the markings, but you'll be dead soon anyway. Okay. What were you expecting would happen, you idiot? I head for the collection. You will die now, evil one. Oh look, it's a root. What's that? Chaplain. Thanks for healing, but you're supposed to be inside the camp, aren't you? Maybe not that I'm complaining about you coming all the way out here to heal me. Very nice of you. But, well, it's kind of strange, doesn't it? Come on, stop being an idiot, just die. Especially the chaplain. I mean, that's a bloody fucking healer. The bloody fucking healer should most definitely not be out here. You think so, but I'm not. I'm just kinda happy that the fucking subtroops that comes running from all the way back in probably in the defending position comes out here because, well, we can basically. Said he wishes to fight me in close quarters. Very, very smart choice of him. Yes, a very smart choice. Certainly not one he will regret all of his life. But it so goes. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some sort of quest for destroying the catapults and killing the sub-chief. Pretty sure I would have known of it if I had talked to the commander, but I'll do this at some other point. Just gonna go in like, hey, I've already taken care of most of your problems, so I don't know how the story goes. Come on, kill him. Game's like, but it's still alive. And I'm sitting here like, no game. He's quite literally not dead. Stop being an idiot and stop doing this. Let me actually finish this. You will die now. You're a very horrible death. As is all of your other friends. That poor knight has chosen very poorly her enemies. Put it mildly. This guess is not gonna work, is it? Let me help you, knight. Because you're too stupid to understand how that works. Oh no, she died. How horrible. Maybe she had to be a complete fucking idiot about it. That wouldn't have happened. Seems to have been rather large combat going on here. Now let's go up one more level and see what's up there. See and find out, shall we? Assuming there's gonna be more guard. For some mystical reason I have a distinct feeling there's gonna be more of those guns. I don't know, you know, why, but I have that feeling. That very distinct feeling. Explore all the map. Make sure that we know the map whenever we can. Disgusting. Tribe warrior. Oh, I mean, pretty sure he has a fucking death wish, but what else? So, nothing I need to worry about, I'd assume. There's the Asgard command post. Hardly. Not really that much wrong considering it's a fucking command post. It's autumn, and the other one too. I will probably talk to the commander. And then we'll take care of the caves, I would say. Now, we could have been a lot faster if we had actually decided to fucking attack. That might have helped. Okay. We go back and talk to the commander. See if he's happy that we already killed a few of the enemies. And then we'll check out that cave where probably orcs are gonna be. And ogres. And, well, stuff like that. Not really expecting anything else, honestly, at the moment. But we'll see how that turns out. We shall see indeed. There's not much to steal. Sad enough.
Hey, this is the commander's quarters. I don't want you enlisted men traipsing through. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were one of my soldiers. Do please forgive my outburst. I would not have it said that Commander Damas is a man without class. How may I be of service to you?
I have some questions. I suppose I could spare you some time. Looking the catapults bombarding us and the endless complaints of my recruits. Oh, enough headaches. Ah, the catapults have been destroyed. The news. Of course, I must assume that you are the one responsible for this. Therefore, you shall be the one to receive your reward. Here, 500 gold pieces. What should suffice? As I have more gold, I have another job for you might be interested. Don't get siege is still a problem, even without the catapults allowing death from above. Bring the head of Arnes, the Utgard sub-chief in charge of the siege. Stick his melon on a pole outside the gates, and Utgard will think twice before attacking for the Utgard again. Because I would see you are justly rewarded. Well, I have the head of the Utgard sub-chief. Excellent. I have this placed on a pole outside for the Utgard's gates at once. From the first moment I laid eyes, will the dude come through for me? Just have that aura of success. Well, thank you very much for the monies. Prove yourself so useful already. There's something else I would ask of you. Best way to break the Luskan Elk tribe alliance is to kill off the Utgard chief, Zokan Sandra. Without Zokan to guide them, your tribe will fall apart. It will be the end of the alliance. The chief is holed up in an old fort just west of here. And coward hasn't come out in weeks. Bring me his head, and if you find reward. Oh, why are soldiers complaining so much? They're soft and weak. They whine about missing their families, and about going back to their farms and homesteads. They don't realize this is war. Utgard has to defend it if we are to win this war. It would help if my soldiers wouldn't question my every command. Is there anything I can do to help? Nobody else personalized itself with Luskan. And also the minds of those animals work. They probably just saw a chance to kill and pillage and jumped at it. Maybe you could negotiate a truce with the Edgar Ultra. And you even asked that. You got a ruthless killers who prey on the weak, defenseless. They must be exterminated, like the disease they are. Well, look at that. Another asshole. Why is everybody hating Utgard so much? I mean, to some degree I get it, they're not really doing well and making a good first impression. But generally speaking, you know, is that reason enough to fucking exterminate them? I've got that response. I just wanted to go up to the cave though. Get a shorter wanted game. I was like, yeah, I don't care. Ouch! You fucking idiot! Because that burns me alive. Well, I found a few keys. That's useful. I ran a piece on people. I'm like, what do you expect me to do with that now? Well, time to do some cave exploring, I suppose. It's a classic, isn't it? Just in case, save the game. Walk there. It's probably this trick, this script at the very least.
Fair enough.
Shall we? We've been through this, haven't we? Like a million times. If you say fair enough, open the fucking thing I tell you to open. Not just stand in front of it and look at me. Gonna make many friends like that.
I'll put you in your place.
The mage. I always take care of the mages first. It's what we like to do in this business. Because mages are a royal pain in the ass. Ned is still putting it rather nicely, I would say.
To battle! To battle!
Valuables. Of course, trapped valuables, but still valuables nonetheless. That was absolutely not worth fucking wait time. Absolutely not worth the time it takes fucking showing to open that.
Done and done.
Yeah, probably a lot more.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fucking scout. Yeah. Making my life difficult, are ya?
We shall not be defeated.
Just want to steal all of your valuables. Where is your fucking problem? And I'm like, well, that's precisely my problem, actually. Like, don't intruder! Yes, it is indeed the intruder. He's here to murder you. Murder, 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 murder.
I always get.
That crossbow looks ridiculously small in his hands, though. Okay, back to fucking opening chests again. They're like, yes, we've sent our best and brightest in order to stop the intruder. That's not going to work well, now is it? Ah, well, oh well. Clean your shit, clean your shit. Cleaning all of your bloody shit. Of course we can. Most definitively.
Done and done.
Hasn't dropped much in the way of loot though. The fucking mage.
I hope you like.
Your spell. Paint. I don't know who you are, Wizard, but you're gonna die too. Accelerating, impossible. Spare me, mighty human warrior. Wizard rolls at your feet, it begs for his worst life. Give me one reason I should spare you. Wizard gives you gold, and will tell you where Vass be hiding, and Wizard go away and never come back. Where is Vass hiding? What makes his camp in the cold woods northeast of Wizard hideout? Did Wizard go now? Gotta get out of my way if I change my mind. Great, merciful human fight dog. Yes, I am. Still, letting an evil creature walk, not necessarily something I want to do. Let alone get in the habit of doing.
I simply can't carry all of this.
I don't know why the fuck I'm supposed to be looking for Bath, but I don't know where he is. Which is good? Question mark? I don't even remember. But I will just assume that information is worth the price. Without any evidence to support my claim what the bloody fucking ever, basically. But hey. Ouch. My health is getting a bit low. I'm probably gonna die in this combat encounter.
To battle!
Well, I can't expect him to fucking use Magicka. Good thing is, I'm relatively tough at this point. So basically, I don't die that fucking easily. Even if my health was kind of low, still fucking survive. I'm just that much of an annoying enemy. It's good to be somewhat more higher level. That's help a lot. Okay, one more room, probably full of fucking orcs and whatnot. Actually, there was a door there that I didn't open. Another bit of mistake on my part. Ouch. Ouch. Again. Now shall we? I was precisely trying to avoid that. Use it like that. Let me just go in there and, you know, do my thing, basically. Kind of a regrettable choice, that one. Also, these orcs claiming sneak attacks, you know. Yeah, a bit cheating. That is most of it not a fucking sneak attack. Oh well, if they say it's a sneak attack, it's a sneak attack. I'm not here to complain about that. Because it's not gonna change anything. Another healing potion. Yes, drink another. It's almost like Yakuza. Just drinking another energy drink, getting back on your feet again. Yep, it works. Oi. Oi, oh, okay, that ain't nice. You're not supposed to be drinking those. And actually, I'm surprisingly fucking lucky so far. Let's see how long that fucking luck will last. Not long enough. Now, for you. And then we need to teleport back and get our little Shawin back, because I'm pretty sure some of these fucking things will be locked. And trapped. I am relatively sure of that. Well, like, let's try it out. We can get it out of the way. Okay. See? Told you so. Well then, where is little Shawin? Where is little Shawin? Yes, I know. Dying feels strange to you. Look at that, man. Are you telling me the new rig is now stuck inside there forever? You seem to check that the outcome has created as many problems as it seems to solve. What do you mean? Persistent. No problem we will fix. The rumors are greeted. There's still some among the Lord's Alliance soldiers who feel he's guilty. Tension between the soldiers and the Outcast have only increased. These people, kinda annoying, honestly. Like you prove to them that everything is as it should be, the man is innocent, and they're like, okay, but I'm not gonna give a shit about it, I'm just gonna continue being an asshole about it. Why though? Why make it difficult for me? Here you go. Probably the last thing I need. Merchant will not buy that. It's like, okay. Dearest Matilda, certain of your words of comfort, yada yada yada, for the record for the source and newly blah blah. More trouble by the ever-growing number of reports. Welcome to rescue myself, but Commander Damas is a heart of stone. Enough, Willem. Somebody was dead. I will kindly assume so. Yep, nothing good there. Now then, let me take an educated look. That was not the one I was looking for. I guess we can fill up this one.
Ooh. Now, what else do we have? I guess I can put that in here. Shouldn't really bother much. Okay, now back to dealing with fucking orcs and stuff like that. Finished. 400 gold, Jesus Christ. That's getting fucking pricey. No good motherfucking reason.
Fair enough.
Let me go into the most inner chamber. Fuck's sake, shall we?
Fair enough.
It's one of those reasons why I would like to play a fucking class that actually has a fucking open look. Because that's just fucking annoying, isn't it?
Fair enough.
Such a fucking...
Done and done.
Fine. Not even going to comment on that. No, no. Yeah, this is just how it's supposed to be. Yes, yes. This is why you take a person who has the open lock skill with you, so they fucking bash open the fucking chests. Yes, precisely. No, you have any reason to question it? No, 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 no. That's just how it goes. Story and all. I swear to God. I swear to God. You deserve many things, and none of them good. Ouch. Who the fuck are you?
Well met.
I'm Unkas, the shaman of the Dark Tribe. Thank you for saving me. I have many curative powers that are at your disposal. Are you in need of healing? I could use some healing. Whoosh.
Well met.
What are you doing here? My people, the tribe of the Elk, were afflicted with the terrible plague that swept Neverwinter. My chief Zokan Sandra sent me to try and find a cure. I was captured by Guzut in his band of orc raiders. This was many weeks ago. I have not seen the light of day since. Some way I can repay you for rescuing me. Guzut capture you and your Tropenuscan allies. There is no ally of Luskan. At least it was not when I left. I've been gone a long time. Zokan would never join with the evil of Luskan, unless Luskan offered a cure for the plague that ravishes my people. Perhaps in desperation, Zokan joined them to save the tribe. Maybe I could find a way to cure the people of the plague. Speak to Zokan. If he has formed an alliance with Luskan, however, the Elk warriors will attack you in sight. Take this feather token. When the guard at the Elk tribe once sees it on your person, he will allow you come under the banner of peace. I'll let you in to talk to Zokan, and you can avoid needless bloodshed. I need anything. You're free to go if you wish. And off he goes. Well, that was a rather successful trip, because now we got an entrance into the fucking Elk Boy camp. Yes, that should help. So, what? At the very least. Now what's actually next on the agenda when you think about it? I guess these are the homesteads or the ruins. Assuming the northern homesteads would make, speaking, more sense as the next exploration goal. Technically speaking. Because we kinda do need to get some of the elks and adopt them. Because, you know, we're civilized people, we talk through our problems, we are not just going to outright fucking murder people. We're civilized, like that. At least, you know, we're gonna pretend, at the very least, to be so. And then we have 2 ruins left. As well, we have actually made a decent amount of progress in this particular chapter, I would say. We have finished our introduction to the people of the town and our companions and you. And we have progressed through the first area for a bit. Not to say that we have finished this, because this is probably going to take a bit longer, I suppose. Hey, not bad at all, I'd say. And I think I'm actually going to cut it here, because and I want to enjoy this chapter a bit slower than the other ones. Because honestly, since I have forgotten most about this chapter, I'm kind of interested to see how my now even older eyes will look upon it in all of its glory. And if it is really as forgettable as I seem to think. To some degree. And so far, not bad at all. We're going to return to this next time. Finish exploring the south, then probably we're going to start, we're probably going to make this in a bit of a cover, basically. So what we're going to do is we are going to we're going to finish exploring this area here next time, and then we are going to start on the other one, doing a bit of it. Or, well, depending on how short it is, maybe finishing it. Since I don't actually remember, I kind of want to have some wiggle room, basically, in order to make this work well. Yeah. So, I have a new goal. Well, amongst other things, we have many new goals, apparently. They're probably not going to kill them. I have a distinct feeling I will not kill their fucking chieftain. But yes. I'm assuming there are some more areas around here, so this southern part could potentially take quite a bit longer, but you don't have to excuse me for keeping the individual length of the episodes relatively around the 2-hour mark and not as usual the 3-hour mark. I see right now I'm in a little bit of a very annoying situation where I have to kind of finish up most of the stuff in regards to the store this month, because at the end of the month we're going to close shop, no matter what. And that also means at the same time I also need to make sure that, well, ideally I have another job lined up right after this. Or since I can't actually, rely on that, I also need to make sure that I'm getting through all of the bureaucratic hassle to get some of that social security going on. Because, well, if I don't get this done now, I'd quite literally be sitting here without money, and that is not a situation I would like to be in, to be fair. I mean, maybe, kind of depends on how this plays out precisely. But if there's a break in between, I mean, that's not good for your documentation. Ideally, you want to have a very neat and tidy and no holes in your, what's the term for that again? That nice term. Yes, curriculum vitae. Gay is Latin nonsense, but you get the gist, basically. But if there's maybe a break of a week or so in between, me stop being a fucking store owner and me starting a new job as being somebody else's bloody fucking salesperson slave. Technically speaking, ideally, I would actually like to finish this particular training so I can actually get a nice new set of qualifications, so that would be ideal. But if there's a break in between, if, I'm saying only if, I might see a hell of a lot of amount of streaming going on at that particular time. I can promise you that much. But hey, we don't know yet, but it's the reason why, even when Friday rolls around and I'm usually happy and full of energy, I'm actually somewhat more tired than usual. Which is a bit of a shame, to be fair, but it's not that long any longer. I mean, we already have the 9th, so, we're getting fucking close to the, it's a few more weeks. Technically speaking, it's, 1 more week of normal business, and then it's basically 2 weeks of just taking care that everything is sent back, that everything is thrown away that needs to be thrown away, everything is cleaned out that needs to be cleaned out, and every fucking account is closed as it should be and balanced. Pain. But yes. Bear in mind, I shall now save again because I'm scared that I forget it. Will beat with you for the moment, that is. Have a good one, all of that. And let me goodbye. Anywhere. Well, let me see. On the YouTube side, we had, well, 1 visitor. I can see the little spike. It's like a little graph, and it goes like, beep, there was somebody here. They haven't deigned enough to say something, so I can't identify them, but, well, nonetheless. It's nice of them to drop by. And on the left side, to nobody's surprise and nobody's shock, William came along. Basically from start to finish. Nobody was surprised. It's his thing, what can we say? Fair point, fair point. Fair point indeed. And is there anything else? I don't think there's anyone else I can easily name, so that is probably that. for everybody else on the more lurking side. You feel appreciated too. Pat yourself on the shoulder. Job well done indeed. And I do hope to see you all again tomorrow. Tomorrow will once again be a Grandia stream, also probably around this ballpark at length, sadly. Then we'll see. And we'll see indeed what happens next. I mean, what I'm thinking of doing maybe is doing a bit of an extra Neverwinter Nights stream, in order to get it a bit more length, but setting this up is gonna be a bit of a hell, isn't it? Because people now know that it's on Friday, and if I do it outside of Fridays, I might miss an episode, and that would be not nice, and I wouldn't want to do that. I'll think about it. Then I need to find a way to communicate this. How the fuck do you communicate things like this? Questions. Very important questions. I'll think about it. Let's say it like this. For the moment, once again, have a good one.